Hi everybody, Catherine Martzloff here again, and today I have this beautiful, simple, colorful, and vibrant still life painting called Symbolic Lines. And this piece is a 9" by 12" oil on a stretched canvas. I like working in the 9" by 12" format. It's just a comfortable space for me to work in. Many years ago, I started out working on 5 by 7, so slowly over time I've gotten a little bit bigger, and like I've shared in another video, pretty much the largest I go on painting is 30 by 30, but mostly I stick with 24 by 30", and that's it's a very similar orientation to the 9 by 12. But this piece, Symbolic Lines, captures a few, a couple of objects that I have in my collection that I use somewhat regularly in paintings, and then it has a trio of beautiful ripe tomatoes. And I think the piece, initially when I was putting together the arrangement, I'm always first drawn towards color. I would say second, the shapes. So I love the oval nature of this bowl, and it has these beautiful sort of ridge decoration around it, all in the same color, but it's just a very textural bowl with just a lot of personality, and it's got this sort of warm yellow flecked glaze on it. So it's just a piece in a shape that I liked. And then the wine bottle also is a very unique shape, and I love the curved nature of the sides, which sort of worked well with the oval-esque aspect of the decorative bowl that I had in here. And then the tomatoes, tomatoes are just such a wonderful vegetable. I think actually they're a fruit. My neighbor grows tomatoes in his garden. He does a big garden every summer, and they always are so generous with sharing the fruits of that garden with me. And I love it when I get the nice large red ripe tomatoes. So I can't not put them in a painting. So that's part of this piece too. So it's a connection to my neighborhood, these neighbors that I've lived next door to for about 30 years, just memories from the objects themselves, past times, gathering with friends or family, and then being in my own studio space. So that's definitely part of the ambiance of this work, and that shows up in a lot of the paintings as the lines. And my studio is in my basement, and I have paneled walls, which years ago I painted white, so the lines are reflected of, you can probably see that behind me, of the ridges in the panelings, like where they come together. And for me, as always, when I look at the finished painting, it brings into the artwork this sense of a window. And I've always had this just love of glass. Also love looking out windows and just seeing, and there is a pairing of bringing, for me, a sense of something outside, the outdoors, a view to the outdoors, into my inner space, or in this case my studio, and a table where I have set up this beautiful arrangement. And I love working with shadows. Sometimes I accentuate them a little bit more than others. They really become objects within the painting for me. They are definitely solid shapes that have a presence, and I like that about them. So in this case, they're pretty bold. I use some beautiful sort of like indigo blues, some turquoise back here, and as you can tell, they give they're connected up with the objects here, and really become part of the whole visual story. So I think this painting's really about vibrancy, life, growth, nurturing from the earth with the tomatoes, connection with neighbors, with light, with memories. So there's a lot of aspects, more subtle aspects that are a part of this piece. And I hope that comes through, this sort of element of vibrance and richness from simple things. And I like to work with simplicity, characterizing the objects in their most basic elemental form, because that's really where I find a lot of the beauty in these everyday objects. So this piece, as I said, is titled Symbolic Lines, and it's a 9-inch by 12-inch oil painting on a gallery wrapped canvas. The sides are finished. It comes wired to hang. It would also be beautiful in a frame. And if you have any questions about this artwork or any others, you can always email me at cmartzloffart@gmail.com. And please, visit my website, katherinejmartzloff.com, to see more of my most recent paintings and some other ones. So thank you very much for hearing me today, and I will be back soon. Thank you.